Can I just have 2 minutes to tell my testimony? Just 2 minutes. God said, I got this. About 5 years ago, brothers and sisters, I had to change doctors from one city to another one. I walked in this doctor's office who I'd never seen before. He said to me, have you ever had a colonoscopy? And I said, no, sir. And he said, you're a black man, you're over 50 years old. I know that's surprising to you, Dr. Womack. I know I don't look 50. You're over 50 years old, so I suggest that you get one. Brothers and sisters, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it entailed. But I said, okay, if that's what I must do, I must do it. I go into the doctor's office, and he set me up for this colonoscopy. And I go through the procedure, and I wake up to hear him say that there are polyps, I think that's what they call it, whatever, in there. And he said, you have no need to worry. You haven't had any problems. And brothers and sisters, I didn't have any problems. You have no need to worry. But we're going to send it off just to have it checked. And we'll call you back in 10 days and let you know the results. The very next day at 9 o'clock at night, my phone rings. And listen, I just need to talk to real people. I'm not talking to you folks. Oh, nothing bothers me. I just cover it under the blood. I ain't studying y'all. I ain't talking to you. I ain't talking to y'all. I ain't talking to y'all. I'm talking to real people who save and get scared. And caller ID will mess you up, because I looked at that ID and I saw it was the hospital, Bishop, and I said, something is wrong, because no doctor has any business calling a patient's house at 9 o'clock at night. I got worried. He said, Mr. Timmons, it is cancer. Let me tell you why I got worried, because I was 51 years old. And a year prior to that, we buried my sister, who was 51 with colon cancer. A few months before that, we buried our cousin out in Virginia, who was 51 with colon cancer. I think you know where I'm going with this. And the enemy started telling me, you're next. I'm just talking to the real people, just the real people. And I began to worry. I don't know what he said next. You have to ask my wife and Joyce, because all I heard was cancer. That's all I heard. And he said, I'm going to reset up another time for you to come. Well, the next morning at 6 o'clock, I'm getting a call from the doctor, and I'm sure enough scared now, because I can count. It's not 3 days. And just lo and behold, he says, we had an opening. You can come in. I got to get through. You can come in, and we're going to do the procedure again. Brothers and sisters, that was Good Friday. And I go back home after the procedure. I'm worried about a message, because, you know, everybody go to church on Easter. So I was trying to get me a good Easter message, but I had no message. I'm just talking to real people. I prayed. I asked God, give me a word, do something. I had nothing. Easter Sunday morning, house full of people. I'm sitting in the pulpit. I had nothing. All I could think about is, you are going to die. I had nothing. I sat there. The praise team went forth. The choir went forth. It was time for me to get up to preach. I went to the pulpit with nothing. And while I was standing at the pulpit, the Holy Ghost spoke to me and said, you can't keep a good man down. Everybody in the audience thought I was talking about Jesus. I was telling the devil, you can't keep a good man down. That was Easter Sunday morning. That Sunday afternoon, we went over to my bishop's church. I had the preacher's anniversary. I was fussing, complaining, Bishop, why are you having your anniversary on Easter? Blah, 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 blah. He said, well, my anniversary is not on Easter. Easter is on my anniversary. I had to preach, and the Holy Ghost, and I'm about 2 minutes from a close on this, but I'm just trying to help somebody. The Holy Ghost spoke to a young lady in our church who could not walk. A sickness, a disease hit her, and she could not walk. The Holy Ghost raised that girl up, and she started running around that church, and she just started raising her hands saying, "It's already done." Now, I hadn't told nobody because I'm the pastor and I can't tell nobody what I'm going through. So she had no idea. And just like in the old days, another sister from way on the other side of the church picked up that spirit and she started walking around saying, "It's already done." And before you know it, the whole church was up walking around saying, "It's already done." And I looked at the clock, Bishop, and it said it was 6:37 p.m. So I went home, and when I walked in the house, the answering machine light was flashing, and I just pushed the button, and it said Sunday, April or whatever it was, 6:37 p.m. Mr. Timmons, this is Dr. Lynn, and I just called to tell you that there ain't no more cancer in your body nowhere. I need somebody to just move around and tell somebody it's already done. I got to quit because I feel something down in my belly.